Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're back. Um, we've got something a little bit different here. And Kelly from Belgium, hi, sweetie.
Hello.
She sent us an email about 2 weeks ago and she asked us to do her story. Um, and it was very difficult reading this, and I just haven't been able to accomplish this up till now because, like I said, it just breaks your heart, what this religion, this cult does to people, and especially to those who aren't even witnesses yet. And so, anyway, we're going to be telling her story, and it's kind of lengthy, so if it goes longer than 15 minutes, then we'll just break it in
Have to
parts.
do it on a playlist, huh?
Yeah,
So I'm just going to sit here and listen to this because I haven't really heard this yet. So this
yeah,
is all fresh to my ears right now. So I guess if it invokes a reaction, it's going to be a real reaction.
off the cuff.
Yes.
Okay, so she says, my name is Kelly. I live in Belgium. I am 27 years old and have 3 children. I would like to share my story to make it clear that witnesses are wrong. Um, I would like for you to share my story on YouTube so hopefully even more people see what this cult is. I would love that other people can hear my story too. You don't have to believe me, but what I tell you is the truth. In 2009, I had just given birth to our third baby, Emily. All seemed to go well in our family, but suddenly my husband lost his job. We had to move to a small apartment because we could no longer pay the rent. Fortunately, my mother occasionally jumped in to buy groceries for us, and suddenly I was pregnant again. Me and my friend knew it would be wise not to have another baby. We had almost no money for our children, so a fourth child just wouldn't do. So I decided to have an abortion, something I still regret every day. I was bitter and angry because we were in this situation. I've always had faith in God, but at that moment I felt nothing. I only felt anger and hatred and lost my faith in God. One night I said to my husband, I will believe back in God when the devil comes knocking at my door, because though all the bad that happens with us, the devil cannot be far away. Without lying, the next day my doorbell rang.
Uh-oh. I know where
There
this
were
is going.
witnesses at my door. Yeah, but they're not going to be telling this experience on the
Yeah,
convention.
you won't read this on the. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there were witnesses at my door. No, I did not believe it was the devil, but I thought maybe God wants to show me that He is with us. Here in Belgium, we are already here in Belgium, they've already released a number of stories of children who were abused in the church. So the first sentence that those witnesses said to me was, is it not terrible what is happening in the church? Do you think God would accept this? I let them in and we started to talk about God and about my family. I decided to do a Bible study. But I'm a bit like you. I'm not going to believe the first thing I hear before I study other things. From then until 2013, every week someone came along for the Bible study. It occurred to me that they especially asked about my problems and then found an answer in the Bible. They have me there as well and pulled along by false promises. Sorry, can't talk today. Call it coincidence, but I got the mobile number from 3 witnesses, and due to privacy, I don't share the entire number, but they all had 666 in them.
Wow.
Isn't that funny that we already see the 666? But at that moment, I did not think about it. I thought these people were my friends and were going to help me to be a better wife and mother, but they broke me down every week. A few hard examples, but it's the truth, so it should be told. My husband used to be aggressive, though all the financial problems we were pissed at everyone. More than once he hit me. I'm no angel and I hit and yelled back. But when I told it to the witnesses told me that it was my fault. He beat me because I was not good enough. He beat me because I was not right for him. I had to pray for him, etc. I decided to stay with my husband because I knew that everything would be better. And it is really. I knew he wasn't himself because of all the problems that were there. But imagine that a couple is where the man hits his wife daily, then their solution is to lay blame on the woman.
Yep.
That's exactly what they do.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. My grandmother died in that period. My heart was broken because she was my everything, my example, a great mom and grandma, a hardworking woman, and a loving wife. The witnesses asked me if she was a witness, and I said no, but she worked all day and night for her family, and she has told me that she didn't have the time to go to church. But every morning I drink my coffee with God and I talk and pray to Him. The witnesses laughed, and said, that is not the way to go to paradise, so you will never see your grandma again. How hard and cold can these
Good
people
Lord.
be?
Very, very heartless.
Yeah. My son is 7 years and has autism. Just like every mother, I have a great bond with my children, but with my little boy, it is something special. He wants no cuddles except from me. His smile is the greatest thing that I see every day. One day the witnesses asked me what the problem was with my son, so I told them he has autism. They looked at me in a strange way to ask them what was wrong. So she told me, "Don't worry about how he is now, because when he is baptized, we sit together in paradise, your son will be completely different and cured. I don't want another son. I love him for who he is."
Man, listen to the cult talk.
Oh,
When
man.
he is
Sorry.
baptized. Wow.
Like I said, I just can't get through this without breaking down because it is just unbelievable. My daughter, 9 years, is born with one kidney. When we had the study about giving blood, etc., I told her that I would give my kidney to my child if I could save her. She looked at me as if I was the devil himself. It would be a sin. I did not understand, so I said, "But she is my child, flesh of my blood. She is born from my body, so aren't we one?" The answer was no. The umbilical cord is cut, that
Wow.
there is no bond anymore. Can you imagine how my heart was going 2,000 miles from anger? But I still wanted to test them and asked, if I don't help her and she died, would I see her again in the paradise? Her answer was no.
Wow.
Because she is not baptized, she would not have a chance.
My goodness. My goodness. And then people wonder why we get so
Yeah.
pissed off at Jehovah's Witnesses.
She wouldn't have a chance at eternal life. I kicked my chair away from the table, opened the door, and yelled they had to leave and never ever come back.
Good for you.
Told them they have stupid beliefs that made me sick. I know now they say you can take organs, but they told me this in 2013.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry for the long email, but the truth has to come out. These people are crazy and dangerous. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will give you every answer with love because you two are doing such a great job with your videos. Please keep them coming. We love you too, sister,
Yes.
and thank you so much for sharing the
Yes.
story. And I did receive an email from her. Just a minute. Everything's a little blurry. I did receive an email from her. And yes, we are talking back and forth and becoming great friends. She says, "I'm so happy to hear you're going to tell my story. Thanks again."
Sorry it took a little long.
Yes, we're sorry it took so long, and just so sorry that you went through all this with them. You know, you were having a hard enough time without them adding to it. All they did was add to your stress and your grief and everything else.
Yep.
So they're good about that, you know.
Well, you know, one of the things that make Jehovah's Witnesses such a cult, because unless you believe like them, you will die. Your children will die if you don't convert them. And that's why they're a destructive human society parasite. That's what Jehovah's Witnesses are. They're a parasite. They feed off the fear that they instill among the people.
And we hope someday Kelly can make videos herself and do these because, you know, this is quite the story. Okay, so now she sent me another email. I think this one was about a week ago. Okay, 5/17. So, "I have already told you that my amazing son has autism. Once a week we go to a centrum for therapy. Yesterday we went to the centrum and I heard people speak about witnesses. There was a couple that said they wanted to start Bible study because they told them it would help their family come closer. Other parents that had just found out that their child has autism were very interested in the witnesses because they were desperate looking for help and faith. Now I couldn't just be quiet. So I go to ask them and I ask, do you want your child to change? The answer was no, because they love their child. And I said, well, I had a Bible study and they looked at my son and told me not to worry because in the new world he would be a different child. I gave them your YouTube account and today I had at least 5 phone calls to thank me for warning them. You know my son is such a great little boy. Yes, he has autism, and it is not something I wish for him, but I will never change him. My son can not tell a lie. He just don't see the benefit of it. He just tells things like he sees, see, or hear them. This is just one of the things that makes him so very special to me." Okay. When children in school or family, give him a hug, he usually gets really uncomfortable, but every night when I put him to bed, he always snuggles to me and gives me a big hug. Sometimes he hugs me for 10 minutes. Okay, so now, one day the witnesses were at my house for study. My oldest daughter and my son were with me in the living room. My little girl was sleeping, so the witnesses walked to my daughter and said, "Here's a book, special for your little children. It is the Bible book that tells you the stories." My oldest child looked at it and said, "Thanks, can I read it now?" So my daughter began to look in the book and was showing it to my son. After 5 minutes, my son started to scream really loud, "Don't like monster book."
Mhm.
At that time, I did not know what he was talking about, so I took the book away because I thought it was just because it was a new book for him. The witnesses told me that he was in desperate need of Jehovah because autism was a sickness from Satan.
Wow.
That night at bedtime, I had a little talk with my son. I said, "Why would you scream monsters? It is just Jesus and other people, nothing to be afraid of." I took the book. Um, she says, "If I'm not mistaken, it was the lessons of a great teacher, page 27. Nope, you're right,
You're right. It was
because we
page
got a picture of
27.
it.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to show it.
Yeah. And I said, "Look, the children are so happy." He took my finger and pointed to the tent and said, "I don't like the monsters, Mommy." And there it was, a face in the tent. And now it sounds like a creepy story, but it is the truth. I did not see that face in the beginning, but my child looked at the book for a second and he started to scream. Children can see these images and it is hurting them.
Yep, exactly.
So thank you so much,
Yep.
Kelly.
Thank you for the privilege and honor of allowing us to read your story.
Yeah, and get it out there and let everybody know that this is how, they treat people. If you want people to come into your religion, so-called religion, and you have to show them love, telling them autism is from the devil, that's not love.
No, that's just, well, that's pure ignorance is what that is.
Yeah.
Pure unadulterated ignorance.
Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, thank you, Kelly,
Yes.
and we welcome you to the XJW
Mhm.
community because you've been through the ringer,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
And there again, if we're already in communication with you quite often, Kelly. So just please keep the channel of communication open, and we'll just continue to encourage each other like we already have, man.
yeah. So now what we're going to do is we did a scan of this page 27 from the Great Teacher book, and if you look over on the tent right behind the little girl's head, you will see the face that scared this poor little boy. So we'll talk to you later.
Bye.